Welcome to my sketchbook tour. So I've had this sketchbook since 2023. I got it before we had our trip to Malaysia where we were gonna climb Kota Kinabalu. So actually the ticket for it is here. It took me like 2 years to finish this sketchbook and just like bring it around everywhere. So it's a lot of my life in like the past 2 years in this little book. So start some stickers. I'm the type of person who doesn't draw on the first page. And here, these are some lines. This one is from Tarak Ridge. This one is Bocchi the Rock, which is one of my favorite animes. Then some more doodles. I drew this in the airport in Malaysia. And then this is our ticket. And this is another thing I drew in the airport. I think this is based on a picture of the mossy forest in Pulag. And then more airport things. I think this is like just some guy in the corner. And then there's just random robot people because I like robots. Then this was in Malaysia, so we had climbed Kota Kinabalu, and these are the things that I drew in the rest house. So this was the food we ate. The food in Laban Rata is the best. And then this is um I think I was looking like far across the mountains and I saw this tree growing on some rocks and I thought it looked really cool. So there's that. Some more mountain views, and then this is me and my friend. I climbed with my friend Annie and we called the climb Kotani Chinabalu. This is a gouache piece from a picture I took when I climbed Mount Mainoba, which is closing next year, sadly. And then these are paintings I did in Boracay. Yeah, I bring this around like everywhere. Yeah, I went on a lot of trips in 2023, so that's also the reason why there's a lot of different places. Then these are more sketches. I think I did these in Boracay. I'm not sure if I did these during the trip or after, but there's this part there where you wear like a water helmet and then you go underwater and you look at the fish. So I just drew that. These are from Sombrero Island. When we hiked Gulugud Baboy, we went down to Sombrero Island, and I remember it was so hot that all our drinks were like warm. So we put our drinks in the ocean to cool them down, and it was just a really I liked how it looked, so I painted it. Then these are more pictures from Sombrero Island that I drew like after the trip. This was when I was trying out to be like a part-time art teacher in some place, and then I was trying out their art materials. I ended up not doing it. This is another thing I made from the art materials they had. It was really fun. And this is just a random painting. I think I was just trying out different colors. And sometimes I sketch out like the stuff that I want to do for bigger pieces here. That's what this is. Then this is from Pico de Loro. You'll see a bunch of Pico de Loro here because we go there a lot and I like to paint by the beach. And this is more this iconic lighthouse which I love. And this is more Pico de Loro. There's a lot of ducks there, so I always have fun drawing them. This is this nice rock at the edge of the beach. We have a ball python and I really like this one. I didn't put in the stripes anymore because I thought it looked funny. He looks like a worm or like an eel. But I guess snakes really do look like worms. This is me trying out brown watercolors because I had like some really old ones and I wanted to see if they still worked, and they do. This is a sketch that I put. I forgot there's like something that I was trying to cover up, but this is just a postcard that I made that I never finished. And then this is the ticket for my trip to France. I just stuck it here. I didn't start like after this. I think I'm still in the Philippines, but I just stuck it there for memories. This is in Batangas, like a beach, like a very naturey beach with lots of trees. Also from Batangas. From Batangas again. I painted a lot during this trip. And then This is still from Batangas. This is a stonefish. I really like how I painted this. This fish is huge. It was like bigger than my torso. I think it was like, and then some flowers. Then this was in Korea. I drew these alpacas that we saw in Alpaca World. That was like the best part of the trip for me, getting to see the alpacas. Though it was summer, so they were like they were like bald, but it's still amazing to see. It was my first time seeing them like in real life. This was in a beach in Belgium. I forgot what it was called. But the thing I loved most about this beach was the seagulls, which I painted some. And then this is more from the beach. These are some swans. And then this horse and like the carriage rider. Then yeah, my favorite part about the Belgium beaches is the seagulls, because they're super unhinged looking. Like they all look like that. Like they look like they haven't slept in days. Like they're crazy. Like they're aggressive. And I think they're really cute. Then this one is in, I think this was in Ghent. And then this one was a sketch of the Bruges, the clock tower in the movie in Bruges, which I think is one of the most perfect movies ever. Like it's just a complete movie. But yeah, this place was special to me. I didn't develop it though. Maybe I'll paint over it some other day. And these are some more sketches. Uh, Sketches from a friend's house, I think. Like I drew these live, and then this is me planning what to draw. I don't know what this is. And this one was, because sometimes I use my sketchbook to paint. Like when I'm painting postcards, I put them here so that I don't mess up the table that I'm painting on. So that was what was happening here. And I painted a lot of postcards on this. And this is me making some drafts for stuff I wanted to paint in the future. Yeah, more drafts. I think the general consensus is that you don't put your best works in your sketchbook. Your sketchbook is like the playground for your ideas and figuring out what you want to draw, which is what I use it for. As example, like for example here, like these are just like all drafts for stuff I painted like on a larger scale, and then this is even notes of like the stuff I plan to paint. I don't think I painted all of these, but I tried. I drew these in the Calanques of Marseille. I didn't get to paint it because I didn't have time. Yeah, these are more sketches from the Calanques. I think this one was Sormew, I think. Or was it? I don't know. One of the Calanques. And then, no, it was Samina. This is in Samina. These are both in Samina. And then, I have more drafts. This is my friend's cat that I was drawing really badly. Then just more sketches. Then this one, I'm back in the Philippines. This was during a sketch hike by Sunday Nudes. We went to Mount Makiling Flat Rocks, and then we just painted the flat rocks. And I used it as an opportunity to experiment more with colors, because rocks are like, I mean, rocks are interesting, but they're like mostly gray. So I tried to add like more pinks and reds to make it more visually engaging. And I really liked what I did here, where it's like the rock is like super detailed, and then I just use flat colors for the background rocks. More paintings from the sketch hike. It's not so legible here, but it was a waterfall. I like the vibe though. Then these are some more rocks. I like the lighting here. I like how I express the lighting with the white. I don't think I do that often enough. Then these are just more sketches and preparation. This was in preparation for Peachtober, which happens every October. There's Inktober, but then I like the prompts that like Sean or Furry Little Peach does more. So I was sketching out all the stuff that I was gonna draw for that month over here. These are just random things. More sketches. This is me trying to draw myself a few times. And then, I don't know what this is. Everything all at once. I was trying to distill or like trying to pin down like what I wanted to achieve with this new style of illustration I was doing, which was the multi-panel. And in the end, I settled with the idea of a condensed memory. It's like all of these are just like condensed memories for me. It's something I started like this year, and then I think it's a core part of my work now. This is my sister, and then this is from something my friend gave me, and I cut it out because I really liked the illustration. This was in Baguio, so I drew this while we were in a cafe. And then this was in, it was around I think it's in between Baguio or La Union, or it's in La Union, I don't really know, but it's just from a beach. And then more sketches. And these are some horses from when we went to Ilocos. We rode this horse named Tisoy. I thought it was really funny. But yeah, I really like Ilocos. They just have like those old timey carriage horses all around. Some more sketches from Ilocos. And they have like these. I'm really bad at perspective, but these are like the houses they have, and then like the old timey carriage. And then we went into one of their heritage houses, and this was like an old timey kitchen that they had. And then this was in Kapur Purawan Rocks in Ilocos, like farther along Ilocos. I think it was like a 2 hour drive away from the city. But I drew these on the spot, and I really like it. Like I used my water soluble graphite, and I like the effect it had. But when I was painting this one, there's like when I was painting this one, tragedy struck, and my watercolor palette flew into the ocean because the wind was really strong, and I wasn't expecting it because my palette is made out of metal, so it's pretty heavy. But I guess the wind was just like that strong, so my palette flew away after this painting, and I had an excuse to buy a new palette, but I still missed that one. And this was from my locus. It's a deer. It's the only animal that was like sitting still enough for me to draw, and I like it. And then these are some trees because we visited a garden also. I ripped this out because I needed a bookmark for something, and I just took like a random page and like ripped it out. But I feel like if I knew it was this page, I wouldn't have done that. But yeah, that's what it is. Then I didn't really draw anything here. Then I was like using, it's another one of those pages where I used to not mess up the table I'm painting on. This is in Wawa Dam, like one of the rocky areas in Wawa Dam. I don't think you can actually swim there, but it's nice to look at. And a plant in water. These are from a zoo in Cavite. I forgot the name of this eagle, but it's a very intimidating looking eagle, and it's funny because it looks like that, but it squawks like really high pitched. So I thought it was really cute. Then this is a boat in Batangas. These are some more animals from the zoo. I think I just put this like in between. But these are some animals from a zoo. The Cavite Zoo had capybaras, so I drew some of them. And then it also had this bird. This bird with like really long eyelashes. And this is in Baler. Well, it's not like distinctly Baler, but we were in Baler and I was painting the views after we went surfing. Then it's like some lady with a surfboard. Then this is back in Batangas. I think I painted this. I painted this at the same time. Like I was looking for a blank page and just painted this. But this is from the same time. This is Sombrero Island from Batangas, which is the same Sombrero Island where we had this. So I just think that's cool. Like it shows like the thread of my life in here, so it's nice. And then this is like it looks connected, but it's like two different scenes. And then this is, I drew this in Iloilo. We were in Gigantes Islands. And I wanted to paint the lagoon like in person, but we didn't have enough time, so I sketched it and then I painted it when we got back. And then this one, I actually got to paint it like in person. We were at the last beach and we had like a lot of time, so I took my time to paint the scene we were looking at, and there was just like this really blue sea and these really distinct rocks, and I really love this place and I really like this painting. Then we're back at Pico de Loro, as can be seen by this distinct lighthouse. And this was during the sunset. I painted a lot during this trip because I got a tattoo and I couldn't go into the ocean with my fresh tattoo, so I was just painting by the beach. So this was the sunset. And I think it's just cool to like look back on this and then go back like here. Cause like that's the same place. I think that's interesting. And then more more pics of the sunset. I was like really bored, but I was like having fun painting anyway, so it's fine. And then this like mangled sandcastle, then the cliffs and the boats and the lighthouse, and then this iconic rock again. This is the same rock over here. Where is it? Yeah, that's the same rock. And then these are the same ducks, and then we stopped by this cafe. I think it was the Wata Cafe in Tagaytay, I think. And then they had like this wooden sculpture of this lady, and I thought it was really cool. And then this is in, it's not obvious, but this was like in Baguio. It's like we were in this eco trail, and I just took a picture and I sketched it when we were in the cafe. This is more Baguio things. It was drawn in a cafe with a nice mountain view, so that's not so obvious. It's more of the feeling that counts in this case, I think. This is, it bled through from something in the latter pages, which is, it's sad. It looks like some, you know, those psychological tests. It looks like that. Then this is from a climb we had. This is my cat, and then I don't know why I drew a skull, but that's my cat. And then this was in Mariglem. It's a really nice mountain. Then this is when I was like, oh, there's only a few pages left, so I decided to go like all in on the paintings. And then this was in Baguio again. A picture I took of a duck with a toupee. Like it really looked like that. Like it looked like somebody had like cut its hair, like to have like that Einstein vibe. I thought it was really funny. And then this is of our snake Monty. Monty is shedding, so it's not so clear here, but his skin like shed, so he has like a hat made out of his skin, like a skin bonnet. Then these are pictures that my friend Gotla sent me. I think these were taken on Pulag, and I really like her pictures of sunsets and her use of contrast. These are also based on Gotla's pictures. This is a film from a film photo of Mariglem. So because it's film, like it was like actually color graded to be this blue, which was really cool. And then this was a picture she took of me by this super red sunset. Then this is from Baguio, from the bottom part of the stone. There's like a stone kingdom there, like a, forgot what it's called. It's like Dragon Palace Stone Kingdom, and it's just like it's in Baguio, and it's like pretty funny. And then these are some mushrooms on the side of the road, and this is also in Baguio. This is like holding this plushie my friend gave me. Yeah, this is just a sky plus mountain view, and I like the blue, and I like the way these two pages look together. And then this is Pico de Loro again. Older picture, but a really nice picture that I liked with the ducks by the sunset. Then this is also from Pico de Loro because I brought my Duolingo plushie with me to the beach and I took pictures with it. So this is one of those pictures. I made the eyes look extra crazy. This Duolingo is crazy. Then that's the last page. I drew a crab because I'm a crab. My star sign is Cancer. And I made a mistake because I was like, it's 6/10/25. No, July is 7, so I had to write over it. And then this is just me again. And yeah, that's the end of the sketchbook. The sketchbook took me like a bit more than 2 years. It shows like so much of my life and all the places I've traveled. I think I'll keep doing this. I think this is like the sketchbook I've brought around with me the most. And it's a good way to preserve memories and just paint more. I think that's my goal for the year, just paint more and paint more freely. I got a new sketchbook, like in place of this one, which is also the motivation to finish this one. And it's this red one over here. And it's like way too big. I don't know if I'm gonna bring this around as much. I'll try. But like, look. It's like so much more huge and it doesn't have like the elastic thing. And I don't know yet how this will fare with water. But so far I've just been doing like pencil sketches on it. So I went to a cafe yesterday. I drew my friend and then I drew like some other things while just chilling in the cafe. So yeah, that's it. I hope I can finish this. I hope I can finish this. Like I wanna see what it looks like all worn and torn like this. But yeah, that's it for my sketchbook tour. Thank you for watching this video.